I never thought anything like this would be in my teaching career, and it's made a huge difference for the kids.
New at 5, it can be heartbreaking for parents, children, and even their teachers. When children with an intellectual disability, they often have a hard time learning, and sometimes they even have a hard time connecting and communicating with others.
But tonight, a Channel 11 News special report shows how one local elementary school is using a new tool in this situation. Channel 11's Nicole Ford introduces us to a robot helping children succeed.
The bond between this 9-year-old and his mom is clear.
You always want the best for your child.
But Mason's future wasn't always.
Mason wasn't diagnosed with Down syndrome until he was 13 months old. So he wasn't able to communicate at first. We did a lot of sign language.
In fact, when Mason entered this Montour Elementary School classroom 5 years ago, he didn't speak. Now his personality dances right out of him.
What state do we live in?
Pennsylvania.
What county?
Allegheny.
Along with full sentences.
He can do a lot of things that I never thought at this point in 4th grade that he would be able to do. I didn't think that maybe he could ever do it, to be honest with you.
It may come as a surprise that the answer to this mother's prayers comes in the form of a 2-foot-tall robot named Milo.
And look at the front face and say hi.
They're so interested in technology, so they're so intrigued with what he's doing that they like him more than they like me or anybody else in the room.
And studies prove it. The company RoboKind created Milo to help.
Any kids with communication delays, autism, intellectual disability, emotional disabilities, any kid that struggles expressing their emotions.
For 1 hour, researchers watched the interaction between those students with Milo teaching lessons.
You were right. Smile and said hi.
And the company reports the kids were engaged 87.5% of the time. Now compare that to the same lessons being taught by a human therapist. The number dropped to 2.5%.
And they said it's because it's not a human. They're more interactive since they have trouble interacting with humans.
Sherry Sumter tells me it's not just teaching the kids how to count or even spell, but the social and emotional cues they may be lacking.
I have a student that has severe behaviors, and just this past week he started telling us more things, like when she's loud it makes me really upset. It's too loud in here, and he never would express before.
Across the country, schools are adding Milo to the classroom, with 13 in Pennsylvania and 4 of them in our region. As the lessons adapt and the statistics continue to rise, so do Sumter's hopes.
To be able to carry over those skills from Milo into the real world and feel more comfortable in the general society.
As for Mason, his mom knows his future will be bright thanks to a robot named Milo.
You know, you never think that someone is able to do a lot or communicate a lot. You always have high hopes for your child, but seeing it in motion and seeing them able to communicate just like any other child.
Reporting at Montour Elementary School, Nicole Ford, Channel 11 News.
All right, Nicole, thanks so much. Boy, that makes your heart feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And you know, one of the stats that they said, it's interesting that the engagement with a person was only about 2%, but with Milo, it was 87.5%.
Something.
I mean, because I guess kids really
Yeah.
can relate to the technology. So it's such a novel idea, and it's nice to see that it's expanding here and in other places.
Let's hear it for Milo.
I know.
Good job.